Okay, well, typical very bad connection. I think this is my first time doing a live stream at a decent time during the day, so we'll see if we get anybody or not. It is a Friday night, so maybe we will, maybe we won't. But regardless, this will be my video for today. Hopefully, my wireless connection isn't that bad. But this is going to be my video for today, I guess. I've been up for way too long. I woke up for work at like 7 yesterday, and I've been up since, just running around doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm finally to a point where all of the things I need to get done today are done, and I'm ready to go to bed. So I figured I would live stream for a little bit before I go to bed instead of editing a video where all I do is talk about stuff that's coming up anyway. This will be a little bit more interesting. So, still nobody in. We may not get anybody. But, yeah, I had a bunch of stuff to do today in regards to a vehicle that I had to go pick up at a lot that was being stored. And then I had a whole bunch of stuff to do here in the garage, and I just finished everything in here. So, first thing, I actually have a door on the garage. Check that out. Homemade out of just some plywood. Why does this phone camera always zoom all the way in? Man, it's cold out here. But yeah, there's an actual door on my garage now. Pretty sweet, and it's got a little frame on the inside of it, so tomorrow, maybe, yeah, sometime tomorrow probably, I'm gonna go and put a lock, like a slide door lock on it, or of some sort, so that I can put like a padlock on it or something to actually be able to lock the door. But it seals pretty well. The frame actually, here we go, now you can see it. The frame actually does a pretty good job of sealing until the very bottom, but I don't really care that much. That extension cord needs to be able to run outside anyway, but everywhere else it's sealed really well. And yeah, I was pretty happy with that. And then I went through and reorganized the entire garage area. So this right here used to sit up here towards the middle, right behind where the rear end is sitting. Now it's all the way up against the wall. Got all my tools pushed up against the wall. All the bikes are actually in the shed now, so this whole area is open. I was able to push everything back out of the way. I reran the cable, that light up there, and ran it up against along the wall back there. And got all my trash out of the floor, swept the entire floor. It's all clean in here. I'm really happy with how all of that came out. Also, everything I need for the brakes is finally here. So I got the adjusters, went and grabbed a new hardware kit. Tomorrow, after I get some sleep, we're going to go and get this rear end totally dialed, and then maybe tomorrow as well we might go start installing it, or I might wait until Sunday to go and try to put this rear end in that truck. Man, this phone really sucks at this. So yeah, everything is here. I got some brake line. That's the pads and the old hardware kit. The other drum, this has brake line fittings in it and a couple other odds and ends in there. There's the new hardware kit and the two adjusters in there. I got gear oil. The plug for the differential is in here. And let's grab the gasket for the diff out of here as well. I think I left it in here. Yeah, I did. I got a fresh diff gasket. Not going to RTV it. Don't want to do that. Oops. So there we go. Maybe I'm just used to the really wide lens on the GoPro, but there's the gasket as well to go with all of that. And that is everything for the rear end. I have a bottle of brake fluid up there that I'll use for now to flush the back brakes out and bleed them. And yeah, I'm gonna go in and freshen up, put the new springs I got in this rear end, get the correct automatic adjuster on it, get that other end of the brakes done, get that e-brake cable thing and whatnot, and then we'll clean up the diff, seal it up, and fill it with fluid, and then ready to go in the truck, and then we'll be ready to go do a skid somewhere in Mexico and test it out, make sure the clutches in it are still good and everything, and see how well it stops with brakes properly bled, and bigger brakes as well, and newer brakes. That'll be pretty interesting to see how well that works. And then at some point, I'll go test out the e-brake and see if it works. It's not like a handbrake; it's just the one you push with your foot. But I want to see if that works. So all of that is going to be going on very soon because there's been a whole bunch of other errands I've had to run around and do. And part of all of this has been because of that. I don't know if you guys caught a glimpse of that yet or not. But that is actually my mom's car. On the 1st of January, she was in a little bit of a fender bender, I guess you could call it. And this is the result. The other car was far worse off. This thing actually still runs and drives great. It's just the front of it's pretty much obliterated. And it was stuck in a storage lot at a dealership, the dealership that towed it. And we had to go get it today because of, well, there's a whole mess behind it. But basically, we had to hurry up and go get it today. I had to have a friend of mine help me tow it out because, of course, I don't have a trailer or anything. So, yeah, had to go and pick this thing up. Also, it was my friend Troy Brink. He's got a YouTube channel. It's just called Troy Brink. Go find him, subscribe to him. He was a huge help today, helping me get this car out of that storage lot and back at the house. Him and his dad, we used their truck and their trailer to bring it down here. So big shout out to him. Go subscribe to him. Go find him. He's got a few videos. Honda hatchback. I think it's a 92. I could be wrong. And he's got a Jeep and a couple trucks as well. So he's got some pretty cool stuff. You should definitely go and check him out. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. We might do something with this. I'm not really sure. We want to try and we can't fix this thing up because airbags deployed on it. And if we do, it'll never be right or safe enough to drive. But everything mechanically, like I took it up and down the road really quick just to see how it drove because when we pulled it in with a trailer, we had to back it in. I backed into the garage and I wanted it turned around so the front was facing this way so that when we're walking in the door up there, we don't snag ourselves on the sharp metal that's sticking out. So I drove it out and just went around the block and came back with it. And it drives just as good as it did before. It drives excellently for having 200,000 miles on it. Run for a very long time. Hopefully, this thing, despite the miles, to quit at any point. So yeah, we would like to fix that if we can. I see we've got somebody in here. Let me open up these comments. I didn't realize I had them closed. I don't know how to get them open. Maybe there are no comments. But if you are watching, please leave a comment for me real quick. Let me know who's on, because that's the only way I can tell who all is watching and who isn't. But yeah, I basically gave an update on the fact that there is a on the garage now, and freed up a whole bunch of space because I got a storage unit and threw all the trash away. So please remember what this whole area looked like. Everything is now. My mom's car was in a wreck, and we just went and picked it up today, and now that is here, and we are still waiting from the word on insurance as far as what's going to be going on with that, so we can't really touch it until then. But we had to go pick it up from where it was being stored so that we wouldn't get charged storage on it. So we had to go pick that up. But like I said, that thing still runs and drives. Rear end work is coming tomorrow. Just be the video of actually assembling the brakes. Fortunately for me, I haven't touched the driver's side of that axle at all, so I can still do some sort of an edit doing that. But that's where I'm going to end this live stream for today. This is my first time going live for a little while. I don't think we got somebody on, but they didn't stick around for very long. So I'll try maybe announcing that I'm going to do it next time. Some people in here.